Hello everyone and welcome back to Tales from Terrapin. I am Terry, your host. What we do here on this channel is we explore the music of the Grateful Dead. I want to thank everyone that is joining me right now. Thanks for stopping in. And remember, it is the law of the land of YouTube. I ask you to like, share, and subscribe. So if you picked up there on the song that we are going to do, we are going to explore Truckin' today. Now, Truckin' was written by Robert Hunter, did the lyrics, and then Garcia, Weir, and Lesh wrote the music. It shows up on the American Beauty album, which was recorded in September of 1970. It was released November 1st, 1970. And there's a lot going on with Truckin', with the lyrics and whatnot, and we'll get into that in a second. So let's get right into the stats, my favorite part. So you can see there that it was played 530 times. So it was definitely in the rotation of songs. So the first time it was played was August 18th, 1970 at the Fillmore West in San Francisco, and it was acoustic. I listened to it. It was a very interesting version. The last time it was played was July 6, 1995 at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. And you can see here from September 28, 1975 through September 3rd, 1977, almost 2 years to the day, a 76 show gap. And then in 92, there was an 18 show gap, so, not too significant there. And then 88 to 89, there was a 13 show gap. Again, not too significant. But the set breakdown is a little bit more statistics than normal. We have 5 acoustic times, 69 times in the first set, and then the Dead felt that this was going to be a second set song. So 449 times in the second set, 6 times in the third, and it was an encore once. San Francisco is the winner with most played at 34, New York 32, Oakland 22, Philly 18, and Uniondale 15. And I'm sure I saw one of those Truckins down at Uniondale. So in looking at patterns, other one seems to follow it, but, they seem to try to find where it goes. It's opening up the show, or it's in the second set, and there's not really too much going on. They definitely early on opened up the show with it. There's some sugary, there's some stuff, but other one seems to be, early on what's following it, and not much. He's gone. We talked about that in the last video. He's gone and Truckin'. Other one that seems to be a common 3, and then they throw some Nobody's Fault in there, and they're jamming, and again, 530 times out of 2,381 shows, something like that, But when we get into the 80s and 90s, it's coming out of space a lot. And they're throwing a spoonful jam, and they're jamming at the end and whatnot. So, space, smokestack, I don't know. There's really, besides coming out of space, towards the end there, and linking up with He's Gone, but they throw it around. It was, I don't know. I couldn't come up with odds to, are you going to catch a Truckin' or not? But anyway. So, Truckin' is definitely one of their more popular songs. It was on American Beauty, and it is written about the infamous bust down in New Orleans that occurred on January 31st, 1970. The Dead were playing shows down there, and Fleetwood Mac opened up. And when the Dead got back to their hotel room, the cops were already there. They already searched the place. They already found all these drugs. And everyone but Pigpen and Tom Constantine, who was playing keyboards at the time, were busted. And actually, Tom Constantine left the band after this situation. So, it definitely felt like it was a setup. And that's where the line, set up like a bowling pin. But the song is also about being on the road and touring, all the places they go. When they talk about going back home, they're talking about going to California. They definitely mention a bunch of cities and states and whatnot. So I a lot of the shows that I went to where I saw Truckin', it was in New York, and everyone would go nuts. And the Buffalo shows I went to, the one show in '90 when they played it, everyone went absolutely insane when they were like, truck it up to Buffalo. So that's essentially what this is all about. Them getting busted and them being on the road. So I listened to a bunch of different versions, and someone asked me, how do I figure out which version I'm going to play? Because there's 500 and something for this one right now. And I go to this website called headyversion.com, and I just type in the song, and people have voted on what they think is their favorite version or what they think is the best version. And I'll start there, and I'll go through, and if it's a song that started off in the 70s, I like to listen to a bunch of the 70s, but then I like to go into the 80s and 90s just to hear what has happened with that show. But I know Truckin' in and out. I mean, it's one of their more popular songs. It's one that's on the radio all the time. So I was like, all right, so what am I going to pick? So I started with the one that got the most votes, the one that people that are on the website that voted for the best version. I played it, and I agree with them. So it's one of the few times where I didn't listen to many versions. I was like, this is it. This is the one I'm going to choose because they do a really, really good jam on it at the end. And they actually go into a Mind Left Body jam, which I'm going to continue to play. I'm going to do that whole jam in one, because that's one of the things that I really like about this band is when they take off a little bit with the music and whatnot. So we're going to listen to 5/19/1974 from the Portland Memorial Coliseum from Portland, Oregon. All right, and once again, I will be showcasing a piece of Randy's artwork. I just moved it around a little bit, showing you a different perspective and whatnot. So it's the time for me to be quiet, and let's listen to Truckin' from 5/19/1974, Portland Memorial Coliseum, Portland, Oregon. Like, share, subscribe.
Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's on the same street. Your typical city involved in a typical daydream. Hang it up and see what tomorrow brings. Dallas, God is on the sheet. Houston, close to New Orleans. New York, not the ways and means, but justice won't let you be. Oh no. Most of the cats you meet on the streets speak of true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days they know they better be going out of the door and down to the street all alone. Drunken like the tuna man once told me, you got to play your hand. Sometimes the cards ain't worth the time if you don't lay 'em down. Sometimes the lights all shining. lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on resin, vitamin C, and cocaine. All a friend can say is, ain't it a shame? Truckin', up to Buffalo, I've been thinking. You got to mellow slow. You take time, you pick a place to go. Just keep chugging. Been staring out of the hotel window. Got a tip they're gonna kick the door in again. I like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in. Busted down a Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin, knocked down, it gets to wearing thin. They just won't let you be. No, no. You're sick of hanging around and you like to travel. Get tired of traveling, you wanna settle down. I guess they can't provoke yourself for trying. Get out of the door, light and look around. Sometimes the lights all shining on me. Well, at times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me. Well, strange trip it's been. Truckin', I'm a-going home. Whoa, whoa, baby, back where I belong. Back home, down to patch my bones. So get back truckin'. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, now get back truckin' home. Hey, now get back truckin' home. Hey, now get back truckin' home. Ow, get back truckin' home. Ow, get back truckin' home. Hey, get back truckin' home. Hey, now get back truckin' home. Get back.
Holy jeez, that was fun. That was a great jam at the end. That truckin' might be a bathroom song for some people, and what I mean by a bathroom song is when you go to a concert and the band plays a song you particularly don't like, it's time to go to the bathroom. But no, that was a great version. All the versions of Truckin' I saw, they didn't have that elaborate of a jam at the end. And then going right into what they call Mind Left Body Jam. But just to share the set list of that show with you all, you got Promised Land, Bertha, Greatest Story, Ship of Fools, Weather Report Suite, Wharf Rat, Big River, Peggy O, Tico Tico. We're going to have to research that one. I've never heard of that song. But what the heck is Tico Tico in the Truckin'? Very interesting. It says Peggy O trucking down when you read the set list, but then it's got this Tico Tico after Peggy O before Truckin'. Going down the road feeling bad. All right, so you got Big River, Peggy O, Tico, Truckin', Mind Left Body Jam, Not Fade Away, Going Down the Road, One More Saturday Night, and U.S. Blues. What is this Tico Tico? What the hell is this? It sounds a little like a Love Light. It does. It sounds like they're teasing Love Light. All right, we have to look this show up to see what. So 1970. That was interesting. So let's see what the set list has for this. So their set list, they don't list it as anything. So that was just a little, probably just a little tuning or whatnot. But it definitely sounded like Love Light in there, and that's a song I got to get to too. Love Light. Trying to figure out what song to do next has been a little bit of a challenge. But there you go. There's Truckin' from 5/19/1974. Keep on Truckin'. I almost wore my Keep on Squashin' hat, which is, I'm sure you've all seen the Keep on Truckin' sticker from R. Crumb, the artist there, from the 60s. With the big guy taking the big, huge step. I got a hat. It's a Bigfoot on it. I almost wore that for this because of Truckin'. But yeah. Hang in there. Keep on trucking. Enjoy yourselves. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you at the next one. Have a grateful day.